Welcome, 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 Aquarius family. How are you guys doing? I hope all is well. Ooh, what's going on with you? Listen, I'm apologizing to everybody because I've been down for a minute. Um, my brother passed away. One of my brothers, I should say, passed away on the 16th, and his funeral was Friday. And I'm just getting in tune and aligned with my feelings and getting back to work and doing what needs to be done. And I just want to say sorry for not being active recently. It's just so surreal. He was diagnosed with cancer in 2016, and they said he only had 6 months to live. And then come to find out, 7 years later, he still was alive. And he said to everybody, he said, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. He wanted to go. And we couldn't be selfish and not let him release. So they put him on morphine and they gave him oxygen, and then he was gone. It's like, and life goes on, right? So you gotta get it together. And I recognize the fact that I didn't want my brother to be in pain no more. I wanted him around because he's corny jokes and how he make you laugh and all the good things about him. Let me tell you, my brother used to go crazy. His favorite song was Nelly is Hot in Here. And he would start stripping, especially in the summertime. It's getting hot in here. And he start taking off all his clothes. Like, stop it! You made me laugh so much. He was so funny. He'd be mad at you today, cuss you out, everything. And then tomorrow he's like, what's up? What's going on? He never held grudges, hate, animosity. He'd be upset. He's human. But he didn't let that upset himself. And that's what we should all learn as we travel through this life, that we only have one life to live. And we can't give other people the power to destroy us or make us experience pain. Our life belongs to us, and how we live it is up to us. So I say to you, Aquarius, make sure. And one thing I love about Aquarius, not one thing, but one of the things I love about Aquarius, is how free spirited you can be. You don't dance to anyone else's drum, just like my brother. He danced to his own drum, his own beat, his own life. He played it according to how he wanted to live. He lived his life on purpose, with purpose, for himself and his family. I remember, at the time I was telling him something was going on, and he said, don't even stress yourself. Don't even stress yourself, sis. He said, to hell with them. He was like, he didn't give a shiggity with people. It's like, he's like, I'm not trying to appease people. He was in the military for many years. And he had to come out. He said, I'm tired of them yelling at me and bossing me around. He said, he went for 3 terms in Vietnam. Let me leave it 3 terms. My other brother said at the funeral, he said, you know what? My brother was a hero. He said, I wasn't doing no 3 terms in the military, but he did, especially during Vietnam War. He went back and went back, but I think it's the 3rd time he went back. He came back a little crazy, you know. But I'm just saying, it's a brother that you couldn't help but love. He would say and do the craziest things in his rap game. Weak, but yet he still got the women. So, anyway, let's dive in onto our path. That's why I want to get into your path. Your chosen path. What's going on with you, Aquarius? Where are you headed? Let's see what messages are unveiled to us. Hold the space, Druid. Hold the space. Stand in your truth. Be who you are with no apologies. That's what it's about. That's how my brother lived. He didn't apologize for living his life. He knew what he wanted and he went after it. Whether it worked out or not, he did it. He tried it. Living life with purpose, on purpose, and recognizing your gifts, your strategies, and moving accordingly. Aquarius, you plan a lot of things. You see yourself where your outcome is. Even though you're still putting in the work and going through the process, you have in your mind where you're going to end up. You already envision that place. You already see yourself where you need to be. Your plan is planned way in advance. Now you just have to execute on it. So people don't hear your beat, they hear their own. You only hear your beat. You don't wallow in self-pity. You recognize the fact that life is what it is. And you make it according to how you want it to be. People will say you're eccentric. Heck, some people say you're crazy, period. Aquarius, but you go with your own flow. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's hard for you to always comply with the rules because you don't see things in that box. You see things that you've envisioned, that you've painted, that you've drawn in your own mind, and you live accordingly. You don't go around breaking the law, nothing like that. It's just that you don't go with the crowd. You're not a follower. You're a leader of your own rights. You're a leader to do what you want and what you see fit doing without having to appease and apologize to others because you have your own view and perspective of how your life is to be lived. Some people get mad at it. Some people say you're crazy to do things this way. But you know what? You're creative. You're artistic. You've already drawn things the way that you see it. So now you just got to follow through on it. High Priestess, harness your mystic power. You have that power to put forth what it is you're looking for, what it is that you want. And you live by that. Some people may not understand. You're not their teacher. It's not for you to teach them or for them to comprehend. It's for you to do it and to live. They'll get it in time, but it's not for you to keep trying to explain yourself to them just because they don't get what you're doing. You don't do it that way. Sorry. You're a free soul, a free spirit that lives on your own timeline. Protection Guardian, drop your shields. And you don't have to worry about anything because you know what? You are so in tune with yourself right now. There are times you may drift astray, but your immediate concern is making sure that you're protected, and you are. Your guardian angels are watching out for you. They're protecting you. They're covering you. They're allowing you to live with your purpose because you know where you're headed. You're determined to succeed. The space is clear. The energy is clear. The doubt is gone. You don't focus on doubt. You focus on achieving. Even if you have a little bit of doubt, you don't let it saturate your mind and block your path. You're like a bird. You think like a bird. You see yourself as being free. Not on anybody else's terms, but your own. And even if you have to restrict yourself and limit yourself temporarily, you know it's but for a time because that's not how you intend to live your life. You're someone that would say, there's 365 days in the year. Okay? And they only want to give me 14 days out of a whole year to have a vacation unless it's a holiday, and then some of them don't even want to pay you for it. You're like, that's not my life. I'm not retiring at 65. I'm retiring at 45. You will set yourself up accordingly so that you don't have to work your latter years at all. You make sure you set your money up right. You do things the way you see it. so that you could live the life you want to live the way you want to live it. And you are protected to do just that. Just that. Medicine guardian as well. So look at that. You are protected by the protection guardian and the medicine guardian. Be open to healing information. It's letting you know that as you're traveling through this realm and achieving the goals you set for yourself, you are free in your truth. You're going after the dreams that have been placed before you. You're recognizing your attributes, your skills. You are living by your own rules. You do what you have to do to stay right, to stay legal. But you've got plans, big plans. And it's in your journal, nobody else's. And people, when they see you being productive and achieving these things, it's like, let's say that you have a dream that's placed in your heart. And other people may have similar dreams. But you are determined because you've already painted that picture in your mind of you already receiving these goals and dreams because you followed through. Even with the stumbling blocks along the way, you was beating and dancing to your own drum. This is how I'm doing it. This is where I'm going. This is how I'm doing it. You may not get it, but that's okay. I get it. It's my dream. I don't have to prove my dream to you. Who are you for me to have to prove it to? And that's the attitude you take on. Now, when you have a partner in your life, you like to share your dream with them. But if they can't see what you see, you're willing to let things go because you've made up your mind. When you make up your mind on something, no matter what anybody says, they got to come so corrected that you can't make another decision. And most of the time they can't. So your decision stands. You know what you want in life. And you are protected. Your healing is taking place. Because yes, there's been some hurts along the way. But there's been some truths as well. And when you learn something, you hold on to it. When you know better, you do better. When you learn, you keep it. And that's what you do. Even if you fall short, you pick up the pieces and you say, I'm going to try this again, but you know what? I'm not taking this route anymore. I've learned a different route to take. You seek out new options, new opportunities for your growth. So continue to stay true to yourself, continue to believe in yourself, and continue to take those leaps of faith. They're placed in your mind, in your heart, in your very being for a reason. Listen, because so much will be unveiled to you as you continue to dig deep down inside, because you can be a loner. You could be completely on your own without worrying about what other people think or do. So continue praying to your source and aiming high for your goals. Be the best you possible and live your life on purpose with purpose. Garnetqueentarot here saying, be inspired to rise. Don't doubt yourself and don't let anybody make you feel less than because you're not taking the route they took. Your path is being led by you and your source, nobody else. Take care. Talk soon. Thank you so much for sharing. Be your best self. Live your best life on your terms. Okay? Take care.